My name is Emily, and I'm 30 years old. I've been married to Luke, a man 5 years older than me. We've shared 3 years of marriage, and yet, as I sit here trying to piece together what went wrong, I can't even decide where the story should begin. Let me say this clearly, this isn't a love story. There's no fairy tale, no blissful ending waiting at the last page. This is a story of my own doing, written in regret and self-inflicted pain. Luke is the kind of man people dream of finding, steady, kind, and endlessly devoted. He's built a humble business with his own hands, and even on his busiest days, he always found time for me. He never forgot how I liked my coffee, stayed up late to help with little things I overlooked, and loved me quietly but completely. At first, I adored him for it. His honesty, his gentleness, the way he made me feel safe. It was everything I ever wanted. But as time passed, something inside me began to shift. That change started small, like a whisper that grew louder each day. I began comparing Luke to other men. It happened subtly, through conversations with friends as they gushed about their husbands, men who were bold, exciting, adventurous. At brunches, their stories painted pictures of grand gestures and passion. Then came social media, perfect couples smiling in perfect homes. Every scroll fed the growing doubt in my heart. I told myself it was foolish, that love wasn't about appearances. Still, the unease lingered. Slowly, I began questioning if I even deserved the kind of love Luke gave so freely. And then came the night that changed everything. It started as a harmless evening with friends, laughter, loud music, too many drinks. But one cocktail turned into several, and the line between fun and recklessness blurred. By the time I stumbled through our front door, I was drowning in alcohol, guilt, and a strange resentment I couldn't explain. Luke was waiting, as he always did, patient and worried. Instead of gratitude, something cruel rose up in me. I looked into his eyes and spat words that still echo in my mind. I don't even find you attractive anymore. The instant I said it, I saw the devastation flash across his face. It was like I had stabbed something sacred. When morning came, the hangover hit, not just in my head but deep in my chest. I saw him sitting at the edge of the bed, staring at the floor, silent and broken. "Tell me something," he said softly. "Is that really how you feel?" The memory rushed back like a tidal wave. I tried to fix it, fumbling for excuses. "Luke, I was drunk. I didn't mean it," I said desperately. He didn't argue. He didn't raise his voice. He just stood up, nodded once, and walked out of the room. That silence was worse than any shouting could have been. In the days that followed, everything changed. Luke didn't fight or accuse. He simply withdrew. The little gestures that once filled our days, the texts, the shared laughter, the warmth, all disappeared. His silence became my punishment. I tried to make things right. I cooked his favorite meals, slipped little notes into his bag, and tried to remind him of how we once were. One night, I reached for him, hoping closeness could heal what my words had shattered. But he only whispered, "Not tonight, Emily. Maybe another time." That broke me. Instead of facing what I had done, I ran. One Friday, suffocated by the tension and guilt, I went out again, pretending it was just to clear my head. But deep down, I was trying to escape myself. That's when I met him, a stranger at the bar. Confident, charming, and everything Luke wasn't. He slid onto the stool beside me with a grin. "Rough day?" he asked. I should have walked away. But I didn't. I let his attention fill the emptiness, let it make me feel wanted, even if it was a lie. Then, in a moment of weakness, I let him kiss me. The instant our lips touched, nausea hit. I knew exactly what I'd done. And when I turned, my heart froze. Luke was sitting in his car across the street, watching. He didn't shout. He didn't approach. He just rolled up his window and drove away. The next morning, I still clung to the fragile hope that we could somehow fix it. But when I found him in the kitchen, calm but unshakable, I knew that hope was gone. "You showed me last night that you don't value me or our marriage," he said quietly. I broke down, crying, begging him to believe it was a mistake, a meaningless lapse. But he only shook his head, his eyes filled with quiet pain. "I need time to think," he said, before packing a bag and leaving. He never came back. 6 months have passed since then. Luke's moved on. I've seen him smiling beside a woman who seems to light up his world. She gives him the joy I never could. As for me, I'm alone, sitting in the wreckage I created. Friends have faded away, unsure what to say. Even my mother could only sigh when I finally confessed everything. "Emily, you had the kind of man most people pray for, and you let him go." She was right. There's no redemption in this story, no clean ending. Only regret, heavy, constant, and deserved. If there's one lesson in my pain, it's this: cherish what you have before it's gone. Because once it slips through your fingers, no amount of remorse will ever bring it back. Every day, I live with that truth, that I once held everything I ever needed, and I let it go.